It is Friday, just 8 o'clock, the 24th of February. Irish PF Nationals start tomorrow in the Radisson Blu up by the airport, Dublin Airport. So a big effort now for this evening, for today, to get a lot of gear up there in time. So I have my full day's work of my faithful oats with me. They're not nearly as appealing as they normally are. It was like 11 o'clock last night and I'd forgotten to make them, so I got up, we cleaned, I found a stray lunchbox somewhere, so they don't look too great right now. But I mean, the best thing about them for me is that they're so convenient. Like, you don't need to cook anything, it's straight, just kind of raw ingredients. Lamp them into the box, leave them overnight, and in the morning you're good to go. So like, if I get up at 7, I could be out the gap at 7:10. Ideal. And your cleaning is just like a lunchbox, and I generally just clean it when I'm going to use it again. So it's handy, very handy. The macros are great, tastes good, and you could do so many different things with it. So that's why oats for me are A1, good tack. So the plan for today's get the day's work done. I'll be in Port of Cork today. Hit up Phenom afterwards. Load up the van. This is technically a van. Load it up with 300 kilos worth of plates, a bar, and a weight tree if possible. Head up to Chaos. Drop off. I have a load of Odyssey merch for the guys. Our kind of national drop t-shirts. Drop that in, head up to the Radisson, drop off the equipment, help set things up if needed, record a podcast, then get back to Kildare, sleep, and then go back at it to spot and load tomorrow morning, Saturday morning, kind of the first flight, the heaviest flight. Might have been a bad idea in terms of spotting and loading, but we'll see. It's fun to volunteer. It's very, very worthwhile volunteering. I'm going to try and document a lot of this process as possible, if possible, just to kind of show that these things don't run without volunteers. Like, people, especially a lot of new people, and there's a lot of new people in the Federation, they don't seem to understand that these people aren't paid to be here. They're kind of doing it of their own volition, and the show wouldn't go on without them. So that would be worthwhile to document. One last job for today, a collection, but I said I'd throw this on so you can see just how close we get to these things. And you probably can't see it from this little video, but I was talking to a project manager for offshore wind farms recently. I say past course, and there's actually abseiling equipment up there, because if you're up there to service the turbine and there's a fire behind you, there's a fire at the steps of the ladder or whatever, you're doing a James Bond in that, and you're supposed to abseil down from it, which is pretty wild. Madness. Now, just got to the gym. We're going to unload a ton of equipment into the back here. There's not a huge amount of space now, to be honest, so it's not ideal, but be alright. So we're doing the sneaky approach. Your bar in there. On the road. Let's go. Fucking load it up to literal capacity. It'd be grand.
Be grand. Two light young fellas.
Two light young men.
One of them still bulking to the weight class.
That's the two.
Fine.
That's the two of us, bro. Let's fucking rock it.
We tried, but the way that mount was, we almost dropped the fucking TV like 3 times, and then.
But that TV just.
But we'll see. I'll get this race out of the way first.
Yeah.
How do you get these screens then?
The Crack, man. How are you getting on?
It's looking good. Leslie, you were being asked questions about that.
Happy days.
Oh man, this is so fucking
Pumped.
It looks so fucking good.
Can we?
You intro, because Jay's gonna say something. I'm gonna laugh.
Yeah.
I can see him. I can see him fucking getting ready to
This
go.
is the worst person to have.
Yeah,
here.
100%.
Like if if
100%.
everyone else in the RHBF is here except for him. Honestly.
That we are not alone. On the camera here, you can see just the three of us, but there are a number of people. Some very respectful people, some not so respectful people. We've got the.
What? Four times up there. I'm gonna go one more time. How was last night?
Great. Had it a lot. Went to bed at like 1:30. Everyone.
I bet half an hour.
I couldn't sleep. That's it, back it up, Jack, come on, knock it out!
Return.
Actually, rather swap Ryan and go with not Ian Martin to get in.
Let's go, Cal.
That's that ETF test.
Oh,
Come on, go home!
Let's go, Cal.